So, for today's movie review, I'll be reviewing the movie Avengers Confidential, Black Widow and Punisher. Now, when it comes to animated movies, Marvel, well, they're not doing so well in the animated department. Live action-wise, they're doing great. Animated, not so much. And then it doesn't help that there's Marvel animes, which could have been great, but some of them were hit and miss. And how does this one stack out? So, for the plot of this movie, the Punisher gets taken to S.H.I.E.L.D. custody and basically teams up with Black Widow to basically get intel on this organization called Leviathan. Now, what I liked about this movie, I like the animation in this movie. Well, because I like, Japanese anime, but it was really good. And I like the Easter eggs that they had throughout the movie. From maybe little hints of Iron Man to cameo appearances from villains like Gaviton, Grim Reaper, Griffin, Barn Zemo, Taskmaster, and so forth. Just the little things that make this movie good. I also kind of like some of the newer characters that introduced into this movie. The characters I've never really heard of before, but okay, they make sense. Now, what I didn't like about the movie, like with Iron Man: The Rise of Technovore, though they had a combination of both 2D animation and 3D animation. Granted, there wasn't really that much 3D animation in this film, but I'm just not a big fan of 3D animation in my animes. The voice acting for certain characters needed some work. The Punisher was okay, but Black Widow, I think we needed a different voice actress for her. She just didn't sound good at all. And it's just the organization they fight, I thought was just really kind of generic in terms of this whole scheme of things. Basically, an unknown terrorist organization basically wants to sell weapons on the black market. Also, couldn't they use a better organization themselves? And that's really about it for likes and dislikes of the movie. Now, as for the characters in the movie, I'm going to start with the Punisher. I kind of like the way they characterized the Punisher in this movie because I could connect with him in a sense of understanding his motivations. Also, I kind of like how, at one point he gets mind controlled and he kills a few innocent people, and I kind of like how he feels guilty about it. I felt he actually had character in this movie. Then in his last film, he was good at what he does as being a badass. And yeah, it's pretty much the Punisher in a nutshell. Then comes Black Widow. Basically, she had a lot more character in this movie than she did in Rise of Technovore, and I felt she had a bit too much character development going on in this movie. That also her voice. The dialogue, I feel, is Black Widow, but the actual voice for her wasn't. I felt they needed to have a different voice actor for her. And also, she was just very, very curvy. I feel every time I saw her nothing but curves. Then comes Egghead. Okay, if you don't know who Egghead is, he's basically the main arch nemesis to Ant-Man. And the first time I saw this character, I thought he was Ant-Man. But no, it's Egghead. Or at least his alter ego. But anywho, the way they characterize this character, basically he's a former S.H.I.E.L.D. scientist who turns bad. And he's the main love interest of Black Widow. What? I'm sorry. Egghead and Black Widow being a couple? Just no. Why not use some other villain instead of Egghead? No, I felt he was just a whiny little bitch as I watched this movie. I'm sorry, I could have just done without him. Then comes Amadeus Cho. Basically, in this movie, he's a really smart kid. And he basically works with S.H.I.E.L.D. from the looks of it. Basically handling, high-tech stuff that S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't really understand or know about. But at the same time, he's also a smart-ass about certain things, want to get a kiss from Natasha. But overall, his character at first was kind of annoying, but he was okay after that. Then comes Nick Fury. It's Nick Fury. What else do you expect? Yeah, he's basically high up on a food chain, seems to know Punisher, but at the same time, he always hides information. Something that might be useful, for the mission. I just felt he was an ass throughout this entire thing. Granted, that's Fury, but still. And the Avengers do appear in this movie, except they appear for 10 minutes. And basically you have Iron Man, War Machine, Thor, Hulk, Ms. Marvel, Hawkeye. They don't really have much dialogue going on between each other, but basically they just show up and fight back. That's really about it. Now, as for the main villains of the group, basically it's the Leviathan organization, basically a group of Russian spies, and it's basically some event happened, and they are responsible for all the wars and shit that's been going on around the world, off-screen manipulators. And the motivation, it's not your stereotypical, they want to conquer the world. It's more they just want profit. Like that I liked, but overall, like, feel the organization. Like the foot soldiers I felt were really kind of generic. And that also, the way they all get killed, they get killed Phantom Menace style. I'm like, really? You couldn't kill them any other way? And the main villain himself, the leader of the organization, you don't see him for like the last 5 minutes of the movie, and he was just a disappointment altogether. Like, I felt like you could have better villains organizations, like, I don't know, Hydra, AIM, the Secret Empire, just some other villains organization would have been done. Like, I like the ideas behind this, but just execution, I felt they were just made for this movie. So for my final verdict of this movie, I like the animation style. I just could have done without the 3D animation, because I like my anime to be 2D, not 3D. Although it wasn't too distracting. I like the little Easter eggs they added, although there wasn't too many. It was just kind of nice seeing little Easter eggs in a movie like this. As for dislikes in the movie, the voice acting wasn't bad for the most part, although for Natasha, like, I felt like they needed to have a different voice actor for her. And I just did not like the plot twist she had with one of the villains. And I also the pairing of her and Egghead, it just felt so out of the blue. It just doesn't seem something like that would naturally happen in the comics. And the organization itself, I'd rather see an organization that already exists. And as for the characters, I like the way they characterized the Punisher, because I understood his motivations, and when he felt guilty, he felt guilty. It's like, okay, actually, I understand this guy. Black Widow, it's Black Widow. Although her dialogue was okay, just the voice actress could have better voice actress. Egghead, the way they characterized his character was just so out of whack. I was like, what? Like, I thought the dude was Ant-Man. It's just, I could have had some other character in this role. Then comes Amadeus Chow. Pretty much, he's just a really smart kid. Annoying at first, but gets better as the movie progresses. Nick Fury, it's Nick Fury. The Leviathan organization itself, I like the motivation, I like some of the ideas. I just felt that they were just kind of generic in terms of how they were taken out, and also the main villain who runs the organization. You know, he appears in it for like 5 minutes, and he was just really disappointing. And before I give my final rating, what does everyone else have to say about Avengers Confidential? So, generally negative reviews, but I felt out of all the animated Marvel films that are out there, I felt that this was one of the better ones. And so for my final rating, I give Avengers Confidential, Black Widow, and Punisher a 3 out of 5. So, who is your favorite vigilante superhero that's in the Marvel Universe? And see you later.